All right, so we are going to try to hook up water today. It's a very different process than what it would be like in the U.S., so I decided we'll go ahead and document it and show you guys what it's like. It's part of our construction for the church because, well, we can't do the cementing until we have the water. So we're trying to do it today, but it just started raining, and it's starting to rain a little harder. So that's a little frustrating. We were just getting ready to go out and do it. So these are our hoses that we're going to be using. We got 4 big rolls of hose. And we've got to talk to every house between the church and where the water source is to ask permission to put our hose across it. Now this is just how it is here. There's no underground piping or anything like that for the water. It's hoses from water sources above ground, and so we've got to go to 24 houses or something and ask permission to do it, to install our hose and then install the hose. So we might still go and ask at least, and then maybe tomorrow when it's done raining we might install the hose, or if it stops raining soon we'll install the hose, but I guess we'll see. I'll keep you updated along the way, so let's go. Alright, so it was good for us that the place where the water source was has several other people that were there that are either related to the owners or own the land for quite a long stretch that we need to use. So we're just starting. So we have the hose here. See, it's running along there. They're unwinding it, and then he's around the corner already. But each roll is 90 meters. We have 4 rolls. We're not sure if it's going to be enough or not. We'll see. Right now we are laying it out, and then we're gonna see how far it goes, and then attach it up above the ground as we go to see exactly where we want it to lay. Sad news. We're on our 4th roll, and we're just past halfway there. So we've got to go to the city and get more rolls. We very much underestimated or overestimated how far a roll would go. Or underestimated the distance. I'm not sure which one it was, but we made a mistake, and we've got to get some more rolls. Sadly, it's a 2-hour drive to get to the store to get these, and it's a pain to get there. We've got to get passes and go through a ton of traffic and whatnot, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make it there tomorrow or not. I know I cannot go tomorrow, so we'll see if Pastor Jason can take my car and go there and get it. Because we need this done as soon as possible so we can start the cementing. Okay, so after we laid it out, found that we didn't have enough, we're going back through and tying in places where we know we need to tie. So like we got that one there, we got that one there. And the way we do this, we take the tie wire and we kind of wrap it around the hose and then tie it to the trees or posts. There may be times when we have to make our own post out of bamboo or something. So yeah, this is what we're doing today. I don't know that we're actually gonna connect the 4 pieces together because we still have to move them back and forth quite a bit. But we're gonna try to tie as much as we can. It's raining much harder now, so we are gonna be finishing up for today. And tomorrow we'll be going and getting the 4 more rolls. Maybe half the guys are gonna stay here and finish this tomorrow morning while the others go to the store to get the more rolls. So we'll see what happens. So this is day 2 of our project for this week. This sand and gravel was just delivered, but the problem is they dumped it in such a way that that motorcycle with a sidecar, called a tricycle, was not able to get through. So I had to shovel the dirt to the side, and Uriel wanted to help me, cute little boy. And so that's what we're doing there. In a little bit, you'll see later what we'll do for bringing this dirt, the sand and the gravel is behind it, how we will bring it up to the church. So this was really fun to do with Uriel. He had a great time doing it, and I was rather sore because, well, I'm just not used to shoveling. Shoveling is difficult. And but yeah, this was the next step, and we'll see what happens next. Okay, day 2 of trying to collect the water, and it's raining again. It started raining harder, and hopefully it's going to go away pretty soon, and we can start. We're at the hard part now, trying to pick the path to how we're going to cross the road. Whether we're going to start keeping it level where it is now, because we're on a hill, and then that way it'll be level across the road and then start going down, or whether we're going to have a little bit of a sag. It's going down for like 3 miles, so that little bit of a sag isn't going to be much of an issue. And then we have to see how we're crossing. So if we're gonna, like I said, if we're gonna go over, which is what we originally wanted to do, but now we're considering having it go across the road, like so the cars will run over it. It's very common here. I know a lot of you guys are like, why would you do that? That's the way it is here. So we're thinking of getting a steel pipe for going across the road, and then the hose will go into the pipe. The pipe becomes like an armor, I guess, a shell of the hose. So we're trying to decide which way we're going to do it. We'll see. Final decision. It's going under the road. There's like a grate thing there. It's quite filled in with dirt, so they're going between the bars to dig it out. But they have to be careful because there is another hose underneath there. So they have to. We tried to find where the hose goes in and out, and then estimating from there, and then going slowly to make sure we don't puncture a hose that's underneath there. So that's the plan. We're going to go under there, and then come across this way. We'll come down there, go under, and go up. Okay, today we are working on getting the gravel and sand up to the church. We have to dig it, shovel it into bags, and then carry it up. These are sacks of chicken feed, and put 10 or 15 scoops, depending on who's carrying, into the sack, and then the boys throw it on their back and carry it up. I haven't had my turn to carry yet. I've been scooping, so this is what we got to do, and we got to carry it up there to the little sidewalk over there. So it'll take some time. All right, so at this part, we are mixing the cement to then pour into the molds that we made, the forms. So they scoop the sand. That's what they're doing there. What the one in the center is doing, and then the one over on the side is scooping gravel into it. And then once they get the amount of sand and gravel that they want, they add the bags of cement, and then they mix them together. And you'll see the process that they do for this one. Later on, when we do the roof of this floor, the floor of the next floor, called the slab, we will rent a cement mixer, because mixing cement by hand is fine and dandy when it's not too much at a time, but the amount that we have to mix for the next portion is just going to be too much for us. All right, so this is the part that they do. They mix the sand and gravel back and forth, and then they add the cement to it, and then they scoop it from one pile to the next pile, and then back to that original pile again, to make sure that it's all mixed together very well. And then you'll see in a moment how they will add water, and they'll let it soak in, and then start mixing it. So while they're doing this, let me get back to the other part, that we'll be getting a cement mixer for the part that's going to take so much cement. The way that they rent them here is usually it's a fee per bag of cement. And so when we do the slab, the roof, they said that they think it's going to take 70 bags of cement. So that's going to be what happens. It's really interesting to watch how they do this. They asked me if I wanted to help, and I said I'll help with carrying. I'll help with doing general shoveling, but don't give me something that I can mess up, since I'm still very new to doing anything with cement.
So I'll be helping with the next phase. There's 4 more posts that we have to do after this one, and I'll be helping with that. Uh, so yeah, this what this reminds me of is for any of you little boys that had the Tonka construction trucks playing out in the sand and yeah, getting the water in there and then breaking the wall of water so it comes down. It's like, oh, they're just playing. um, but yeah, this was great that we were able to do it this way. All of these extra boys there are friends and family. They have something here in the Philippines. It's called Bahanihan. I think I said that right. Maybe I didn't. Bayanihan, maybe. Um, and what it means is that it's a cultural thing that uh, it, I think the proper translation for it is like everybody come and help. It's something along those lines. And so what it is when you need help doing something, you will you will ask, uh, you will tell everybody what's going on, and then they will just come and they will help you. You can't use this all the time. You can only use it for uh, big things, important things, and then they come and they help you do the part that you need to do, and you give them food. So that's what was happening here. These gentlemen found out what we were doing, and they said that if you give us lunch and dinner, we'll come and help you. And it made this go by so much faster than it would if it was just the 4 of us. So yeah. Uh, all right. So coming up here in just a second, you see they're dumping the cement in here. We're going to have an interesting problem that I had not seen before. Uh, as we're pouring that cement in, of course, there becomes pressure on the forms, and well, we'll see what happens. And there it is. We start hearing this waterfall,
Uh,
and this is what happened. It broke, and the cement just went everywhere. So we had to start over. It was not fun. Anyway, this has been the video. This has been this one, our progress for the church building. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, throw some comments down below, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.